Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the Aquadive NOS 77. And this was really a surprise watch for me because I like it a lot. Not usually my type of watch, but it's really, really cool. And let me share this timepiece with you. So, what is NOS? NOS stands for New Old Stock, and it's a term that you'll see related to watches from time to time. Now, what does that mean exactly? So new old stock is something vintage, but it's not used. How is that? Well, imagine if something was on sale in 1980, right? But no one ever bought it. It was just on sale. No one ever bought it, or maybe it never went to a store. They made it, it's from 1980, but no one ever used it. So if it's been sitting in a box ever since it was made and no one ever touched it, that's new old stock because it's new, but it's old stock. So sometimes you have watchmakers that come out with new old stock watches because they just found a box of movements or cases or something like that. So that's kind of the situation here. So Aquadive was the American name of a watch called Jenny, or it's spelled Jenny, that was a German dive watchmaker back in like the, I think, 60s and 70s. And so this watch is a new old stock case and actually movement from 1977. And you can see here, it's quite cool. It's quite cool. So what they did is they took this steel case, right? And it has that kind of, it's very 70s look. It's actually a great style watch. It looks a little bit like the Flightmaster from Omega. So, and then they milled out this top section here. So you can see they literally drilled it away in a milling machine, but the rest of it was PVD coated black. So it's actually a very unique looking watch, and that combination of black and white is great. What's new about this watch? Well, the bezel insert is new, as well as the dial and the hands, but everything else is original. I think I don't know about the crown. The movement, there's two movement options in this watch. It's actually two case backs as well. My understanding is that Aquadive will offer both this thicker case back and a thinner one. The difference, I believe, is either 200 or 500 meters of water resistance. I'm not totally sure. I know it says 200 meters on the case, but I was told that there was two different case backs. Not exactly sure how that works, but I believe that there's a different case back in addition to this thick one, because I'll show you in a moment. It is quite thick on the wrist, but it's not that, not that huge of a watch. The case diameter is 41 millimeters. Again, it's in steel. Inside is an Schild automatic movement. If you want to spend a little bit less, you can get the same new old stock case, but there's going to be an ETA 2836 automatic in there. I think there's a difference about $100. But if you're going this route, you might as well just get the Schild automatic, because it's just cool. So let's put it on the wrist here. I don't know if you could hear in the video, but my cat was meowing. So if you hear that, it's embarrassing. But there's a cat that just entered the room. I think it looks great on the wrist. It's not too big. It's not too small. It is a thick watch, but it is a diver. And there's something beautiful about this profile of the case. It's very, very elegant. And when I wear it, I never think to myself, it's too big. And because of that height off the wrist, it very much feels like a diving instrument. Of course, you have a rotating diver's bezel. Luminant on the dial is fantastic. The hands, while not what I would call the giant, bold hands you see on some diving watches, are the perfect length, and they're very legible. And I like some little details there, like something that you'll notice is the seconds hand, the tip is lume coated, and it's orange. A little tiny detail, but the same orange matches the orange of the date on the date indicator window. This is a really good crystal with a lot of good AR application. Yes, of course you can see some reflection, but in many lights, if you look straight at it, you don't see any glare or anything like that, which is something I love. I don't like glare on crystals. I hate it. When you have something like this where it looks like you can just stick your finger right through the crystal and touch the dial, I love that. I believe this is a helium escape valve there, right in the top of the case. A feature that you'll never need. The strap here is a replica of basically what the strap would have looked like on the watch in 1977, and it's kind of like an isoframe style. You have that kind of clipped edge there. But it's actually not very thick, which I like. So it's actually quite comfortable, and it's kind of neat here with these portholes. It's just a cool looking watch. So again, this is the Aquadive NOS 77. It's a new old stock watch in terms of the case and movement, because this has the Schild automatic. There's a different version with the ETA 2036. And it's something that I really, really like, and I think it's an interesting watch. If you're interested in vintage divers, this is kind of a great way to go. Price is $1,390, and you can see the full review soon on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.